Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my nail care. I've been asked so many times about how I keep my nails nice and clean, how to avoid breakage, and so I'm going to show you today everything that I use. I use a multitude of products depending on how I'm feeling that day. So I'm just going to show you everything that I use, as well as when I do it, how often I do it, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is my nail polish remover. I just get this from Kroger. This is the non-acetone remover. This is what I use to take off my entire manicure. And then I also use a acetone remover, 100% acetone, for cleanup around my cuticle area, which looks desperately dry. I just got done with a huge swatching session, and so I was thinking right now would be a great time to show my nail care because they need to be taken care of anyway and trimmed down because they're so stinking long. But anyway, I actually normally get this from Sally's, but I didn't have time to make it to Sally's. It was kind of an emergency, so I just got this one from Kroger. It works just as well. Instead of just keeping the 100% acetone in here though, I do use an additive. In my acetone, I will put this little, it's a softener to make the acetone a little bit more moisturizing and not so rough on your nails and on your cuticles. This one is from I'm Custom Color. I will link her down below, and then this is the scent Mermaid, and she calls it the Wicked Liquid Remover Infuser. So yeah, this is normally separated, and then all you gotta do is shake it up a little bit to get the full blue color, dip a little bit into your bottle of acetone, shake that up as well, and that's good to go. For starters today, I am going to take off, I've got some nail polish left in some areas on my nails, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that real quick with non-acetone remover and a little cotton ball. So I just get a little bit on there. I'm sure everybody knows how to take off nail polish, but if you don't, you will now. And so now that all of the nail polish is off my nails, I will go wash my hands to get any chemicals out of there. Okay, so now we've got some clean, dry hands. Moving on, I do use these little Mani Balms. I actually usually only use these like maybe every 3 weeks or so. I still have some from Halloween. These are also from I'm Custom Color. I don't know if she makes these and sells these, or if this is something you have to ask her for, but these were sent to me. But I've been using these exclusively. I've never used another Mani Balm before, but I do love these. They're super moisturizing and great. I'm not gonna film this because I actually just did this last week. So I'm not gonna film this today, but if you're interested, I will show you how to use a Mani Balm in a future video. But normally this is the step that I would go ahead and do. This would be between washing my hands after a nail polish remover and applying some oil. So that's where this would fit in. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and talk about is Instant Cuticle Remover. I only do this, again, maybe every 2 to 4 weeks. I barely ever use this. This is my first bottle and I still have a majority of it. I'm maybe a quarter of the way done. I don't do this often, but I do see a few areas that my cuticles could use it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this today. So the directions say to squeeze it on, and after 15 seconds push your cuticles back. So how I do this then is I actually do one nail at a time, because I feel like every time I do more than one nail, it ends up drying my skin out. So I don't want that, and it ends up flaking it off, peeling it. I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is apply it to one nail at a time. And I'll zoom in so you can see this. Okay. Now I do have 3 alternatives between pushers for this step. I use typically this metal pusher. It is a little bit harder on my nails and cuticles though, so sometimes I do avoid that. I have a plastic pusher, which honestly I never use because I feel like it's good for nothing, but I do know some people who really like it. And then I have an orange stick or a wooden pusher. This one is used. I will not use this for my cuticles. It was just the first one I grabbed, but let's see. Here we go. Here's a nice clean one. So I will end up using this one today. I do want to talk about clipping your cuticles real quick. The only thing these little scissors are good for is removing Simply Peel or liquid latex from around your nails. You never cut your cuticles with these. Don't do it. I don't care how bad they look, just don't do it. Moving on to the actual pushing and removal of your cuticles. So very gently, I just start at the sides and I push down and sideways. Wipe it off. Again, start at the sides, push down and sideways. See, it's gonna take out any cuticles as well as take off the product. I will wipe it off with another cotton ball. And that already looks so much better. I do see a couple little spots though that could use some more touch up. I'll go ahead and take care of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my 9 nails and I will be right back. Those are all done. After this step, I usually go wash my hands because you're not supposed to leave this on your cuticles. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back once again. Moving on from this step now, I am going to talk about cuticle oil. Now I use a multitude of oils just depending on how I'm feeling that day. Right now I've been using a cuticle oil that I made. This is in a coconut lavender scent and will be available sometime next month. I'll link my shop down below if you're interested in these. They'll be on sale for $4. But I decided to do it like this because I like having control about how much I put on. Another favorite of mine is, of course, I'm Custom Color. I've been using this pretty much, God, for maybe a year now. I've been using her oils and they've done me magnificently. Granted, I make my own. I will also never stop using this. And I also wanted to make something clear. I'm not affiliated with I Am Custom Color in any kind of way. I don't get paid for selling her products or advertising for her or anything of this sort. I just swatch for her and I'm a huge fan of her products. So anyway, this one has a different top than mine. This is one of the little squeeze bottles where you just get some out like that. While Ashley was in, I Am Custom Color, that's Ashley. While she was in, where did she go? She went to Maui? No. She went somewhere and picked me up this this cuticle oil, and I have used this a few times. This one just kind of stays in my purse because it turns into more of a balm when it's cold. So I like to keep it warmer. It stays with me in my bag and I use this as an oil. Open it up, I just dip my finger in there or a Q-tip or a brush or anything that I've got on me. And then I'll apply that. And then the last one that I've been kind of using is one that I bought from Earth Fare. And this is just a stick that you twist. You twist this bottom part and you get the product out. And then I'll apply it over here. You just dab it in like this. And, oh, out of frame. Just dab it in. And then what I like to do, since it does come with this little top, I'll rub it in. And then this is a rubber pusher. I will go ahead and push my cuticles back again, which I do after applying oil anyway. So for this video, I am just gonna go ahead and use my oil. I've got oil all over my hands. So what I like to do is just take the brush and dab a little on each nail. And then I'll go ahead and just like the last one, I'll rub it in. And another reason I really like having one with a brush, which is why I chose to do it this way, is so I can get under my nail as well. I do believe it is very good for your nails to apply underneath as well as on top. And then I'll just rub it in like this. And I'm going to oil up my other 6 fingers and I will be back. Now, as I briefly said earlier, between or after oiling up, I like to push my cuticles back one more time. Just with this little rubber pusher is fine because that's what I have handy. But any of the alternatives that I showed you earlier would be just as good. Got cars on in the background, so I apologize if you can hear that, if you're bothered by it. So my cuticles are nice and pushed back. I am going to do my other 6 real quick. Moving on from that, I'm going to talk about filing. Mine's very dirty. I like to use a glass file, just like pretty much everybody I know. This one is very worn, very used. This is the only one that I use now on my nails. I bought this one from What's Up Nails. I will go ahead and link that in the description box below as well. Be sure to check that out. There's usually some good information that I leave out of my videos because I'm not used to having to record the things that I say. Anyway, so getting on to the filing portion, since this is my recording nail, I'm just going to show you here. I lay it flat, that way I'm sure I'm getting a straight across file, and in one direction, which I really don't quite understand. I've never had an issue like other people have with like splitting of the nails, so I'm not really sure what that helps to file in one direction, but I'm gonna go with it. I've been doing this filing in one direction, that is, for I don't know, a long time, so you don't need a whole lot of pressure with these glass files. You get a lot of nail off with just a couple strokes. And so once that's done, I like to go in and just file across this way on my undernail, as well as touch it like this to get any hangers. And that's how I file. This part does take quite a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other 9 nails off video and I will be back. You know what I did forget to mention as I'm filing my next nail is that what I like to do is also slightly round out my edges, so I will start at the side like this and then come up and around. Up and around, and I'll do that maybe twice, 3 times max on each side, just so I don't scratch anybody. As most of you know, I've got a toddler, so he likes to play rough. Anyway, finishing my nails. Be right back. I was wondering why my lighting was a little bit off. Somehow I've recorded this whole video with one of my lights turned off. Anyway, I would like to talk about balm next. I will use cuticle balm every few days, you know, just when I think about it. I've got one here. The sticker came off. It's had a lot of love. This is the one that stays in my bag. This is from Living Dead Lacquer. I will link her down below. This is a great cuticle balm. It's soft, it's moist, you need like this much for your entire 10 fingers. This one's lasted me, I got this around Halloween, so this one's lasted me quite a long time. This one is also really good. This is from Bath Addict Boutique, and I will again link her down below. This one slides off, which is really convenient and really a hassle at the same time because it comes off so easily that I had to stop making this one my bag balm because I would just find it with its thing off. So this one you just rub your finger in and then you apply. The last one that I want to talk about is also from Earth Fare. This is just you know, your standard balm. This one's been loved on a lot too. Rub your finger in it. This one is a little bit more oily than I'd like, and I don't care for the scent of it, but it does make my cuticles look really nice. So for today, I'm gonna go with my trusty old Living Dead lacquer, grab just a bit of it like I showed you, and then I like to place just the smallest little dot on each cuticle. Then I'll go rub all that in. So now that your hands are nice and oily, let's talk about lotion. I don't have like a lotion preference. It's just kind of whatever I have on me, whatever I can grab. So I've got like these little handbag lotions that I've gotten from, you know, this one's from Paul Mitchell. I think this was from a hotel. It doesn't matter to me what kind of lotion I use, but I do really like this one from Vaseline. Deep moisturizing, creamy formula, all that good stuff. And I get really bad dry hands up here, as well as my cuticles, my knuckles, this area. It all gets so dry that I do use this one specifically, you know, once a week or so, but I do apply lotion every single day. So I am going to go ahead and just use this one today. And that's all you need for your 2 hands. Take my ring off. Rub it in a little bit, and then I go over the tops. Make sure to get a little bit in every little nail. Okay, my lotion's nice and rubbed in. Everything feels nice and smooth. I like to let this sit for a good 15 minutes or so while this soaks into my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back to finish up and talk about base coats. All right, so I am pretty much fully absorbed. I will take a little brush and just wipe off any kind of excess oil if I feel like it still hasn't completely absorbed, but I feel like this mostly has, especially on my nails. So now on to base coats. There are 2 kinds of base coats that I like. The first one is a peel-off base coat. Now this is what I primarily use when I swatch, or if I'm only wearing a polish for a couple of hours. For whatever reason, it happens more than I feel like it should. But this is a great peel-off base coat. Obviously, so many people have heard Simply Nailogical talking about this one. The thing that I don't like about this is that I can't get it to last 24 hours. I will paint my nails with this underneath it and have a nail pop off on accident. I don't even have to have oil on, by accident, within 2 or 3 hours. So this is not great for a wanting it all day or all night manicure. The other one that I want to talk about, which I'm almost out of and I'm really upset about, is the Rock Solid base coat from I'm Custom Color. This has a really nice formula. Mine's getting a little bit thick because it is reaching the end of its lifespan, but this makes, if I want a manicure to last for a week or so, this is the one that I usually go for. It also will give that super clean manicure look where it looks like my nails are yellow from having so much polish on all the time. But this kind of whitens it up a little bit for me to make it look just a little bit more clean and natural. So this is the one that I'm going to use today. And we just apply one thin coat and wrap it just like that, and it'll give you that shiny, clean manicure look that I like to wear personally. Often, sometimes I just don't feel like wearing anything, but I want that protection for my nails of the polish, so I will just wear this on its own as a manicure. So I did want to show you kind of a comparison of what it looks like with base coat and without base coat. Looks a little bit less yellow, less noticeably yellow anyway, and it looks shiny and just clean and nice. So I will link everything in the description box that I talked about today, except for, you know, like the Kroger nail polish remover or whatever it may be that you can buy at like drugstores. But everything that's indie I will go ahead and link down below in the description box. Let me know if you do anything different, if there's any products that you recommend or that you'd like me to give a shot. I'd be more than happy to. I love finding new products to try on my hands. So let me know if there's anything you recommend. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.